Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pitch and Paddock. This is my new YouTube channel where I'll be covering my two favorite sports leagues, Major League Soccer and Formula One. I'll be traveling to various stadiums throughout this year, at least around the country. I'll do my best to give you my perspective, the experiences that I have there, and my thoughts on the soccer in general. Um, I also plan on doing some quick hits after all these matches initially. So as I get a little more mature in this channel, I'll record some videos from the stadium, and then eventually I'll get some more diverse content on here. But for right now, that's where we're going to start. But welcome to February. This is my absolute favorite time of the year. MLS got started yesterday with all the games except two. We have two going on today, Sunday, that haven't happened yet. And then we're less than a month away from Formula One opening weekend. So really, this is the best time of year. This is my Christmas, and I get so excited about this part this time of the year every year. Okay, so for week one this year, I was in Nashville, which is my hometown. Went to Geodis Park on a very cold, frigid night to watch the boys in gold NSC play the New England Revolution. Ended in a 0-0 draw, so it's been a pretty rough year and a half, I'd say, for Nashville fans. We've had a lot of these scoreless games, but this one did feel a little bit different, I will say. New style of play, the 4-2-2. I think there was a lot of good that came out of it. It looked a lot more promising than I could say, last year, our offensive attack. I think that right side looks really good. Nahar feeding it up into Eddie, getting the ball in, getting it central into Haney, letting him do things right there outside of the top of the box. I feel like there's some really good vibes around our offense. All that being said, we scored 0 goals. We did have some good chances, some good balls into Sam. I think one was from Andy Nahar, good cross in. Sam got a head on it, which was saved. And then there was another one a little bit in the second half. It was Ahmed Kassam, our new U22 initiative player, feeding the ball into Hani, who got a good cross into Sam. And another header right on goal, saved. The ball was probably in a little bit too close to goal, so we couldn't really get it down towards the corners. But otherwise, it was good on him for getting his head on the ball. Also had one disallowed on a pretty rough call. Haney was probably a shoulder offside, but really good build-up play there. Before that one was disallowed. But overall, encouraging signs. Really love what I'm seeing from Eddie Tagseth. It looks like he's going to be a fan favorite. I really just enjoy watching him play. The guy's a beast. He's all over the field, starting trouble, kind of trolling the other team a little bit. I think we're going to like him in Nashville for some time. Despite all the encouraging signs, still really disappointed in the 0-0 result. The East is going to be really strong this year, so I don't really think we're in a position where we can drop points at home, especially to New England too. I don't really know what they're going to be. Pretty rough year last year, so it's one where I would expect to get at least a couple of goals and get 3 points. But it is what it is, right? We move forward and hope we can build off of what we've started, right? I think the vibes are good. I think we've got some good potential there. Love what I'm seeing so far. I think Haney's going to get a lot more free and be able to create some things. A lot better than I think the opportunities we gave him last year. And I think Sam's going to get the opportunity to just be what he is, which is a pure striker. That's what he is. I think at heart is just go to goal. Let me get it into the net. We don't really need him trying to build stuff out. We've got, I think, a better midfield. And that should also be pointed out that wasn't our starting midfield. We started two players that I don't think anybody would have expected to start coming into the season. I think we got some good promising offensive potential there. Really, my feedback on the game itself, the crowd was really sparse. I think they announced 25K, and that might have been generous. There were empty seats everywhere. A lot of it had to do with it was just cold, miserable day overall. But I'm hoping that's just it. This being the home opener, even despite the cold, I would expect to see a lot more people there. What I'm hoping isn't the case is that there's just this this apathy or this kind of indifference towards this club right now in Nashville. We've seen that happen to a lot of clubs in MLS when it gets bad, and we're not generating the revenue. That could lead to some lean years. But I will say, all things considered, really happy with the fact that this club is willing to at least spend on the field. And and try to put a good product on the field. That being said, I thought the supporters were great. They were loud, proud, into it. Always, right? To me, that's one of my favorite things about going to Geodis Park is the supporters. They're just really a passionate group. It's really wild in that supporter section. I wasn't there yesterday, but if you ever get the chance to go, sitting in there, it's something else. Really enjoy it. And BJ in his post game press conference was very complimentary of the crowd. So I was encouraged to see that as well. A shout out to Valaire for posting that. Valaire from 615 Soccer. If you're not already, if you're in Nashville or just an MLS fan in general, you should really check them out. Love what they're doing with the local coverage. Here we are in our, I think, 5th year for Nashville being here in MLS. We've never really had good media coverage, I would say. Like, I think the Tennessean here doesn't even have a Nashville. At least they didn't for a while. A Nashville Soccer Club reporter. So having this local group here that's really invested into getting us the coverage is amazing. So if you can, get on there and support them. 615 Soccer, really good stuff. But that's my quick hits from Nashville. Next week we got Red Bulls away. I was actually at that game last year in Harrison at Red Bull Arena. I think it's where I got that scarf right there. That was a 0-0 draw, but they really they spanked us all over the field. So hoping we do better. Hoping hoping we can at least get one on the board. I'm getting tired of these scoreless games, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just quick hits from around the league. My other team that I follow, I'd say pretty closely, is St. Louis City. Born and raised in St. Louis, so I really have a special place in my heart. I have season tickets for St. Louis as well as Nashville, but they also played to a scoreless draw. I got to watch the replay of it this morning. Obviously, the games were going on at the same time, so didn't watch the whole thing live, but looked really comfortable playing with the ball, dominated in possession. I think just like Nashville, though, they need to get that final quality finishing piece down. Other than that, the projections for them, they were, I don't know, I think as high as 4th and as low as 12th. So really all over the place. Don't know really what we have, but the way they dominated the possession, and I don't know, I felt pretty encouraged by the way they played. And even with their 3 back that they ran out yesterday, they looked really dominant defensively. It's not something I can say that I've noticed in the past. St. Louis being dominant defensively, but regardless, I thought they looked pretty good. Really like to see them put some goals in the net though too. I'll actually be seeing them next week. I'll be traveling to San Diego for San Diego's home opener at Snapdragon. Get to go there and sit with the city supporters and cheer on City. So looking forward to that. Otherwise, the Atlanta 3-2 Montreal. Just really quick, Atlanta's scary good. Latte just 2 goals already paying dividends for that big contract that they gave him. That's really scary, I think, for us in the East and Nashville, I think in particular. We've been pretty lucky because they've had some pretty down years since we've been in the league, but I don't think anybody around here expected that to stay. Good club, great supporters and good financial backing. Like, they're going to be good, and I'm hoping this isn't the year they get that second star, but they're a little scary. I'm not really looking forward to playing them. LAFC 1, Minnesota 0. Speaking of scary, just all the weapons that LA has. Watched Bawanga give them fits there, and then give a cross into I think it was him that crossed the ball. But anyway, it was a banger finish from Abobasi, and I forgot that they even acquired Abobasi in the offseason, but insane. His last touch of the game, he scores the game winner. He comes off, and then Giroud comes in, and you just kind of get that realization, like, good Lord, this team has a lot of weapons. So they're going to be pretty good this year. Philly 4-2 over Orlando. Really happy to see that for Carnell in his debut going into Orlando. Honestly, I couldn't have happened to a better group of people than those Orlando City fans. I hope every single one of them went home miserable. Really happy for Philly on that one. San Jose, speaking of being happy, I'm really happy for the San Jose fans. Really get along great with all their supporters. Online anyway. I don't really know any of them, but they've had some pretty rough years lately. And now they got Bruce Arena and Chicho, and looks like they got some pretty good offensive weapons. I don't know what RSL is, if they're good or not, but a 4-0 win against anybody in this league, I think it's something that you can rally around and grow from and really hey, really good job, and happy from San Jose. And then the last game that I'm going to be even talking about is it hasn't happened yet. Galaxy in San Diego, which is happening tonight. So as soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to go get ready to watch that. Super excited about San Diego being in the league. Just I love the soccer vibes in Southern California in general. Been able to get to BMO, been able to get to Dignity Health. Saw the first El Trafico at the Rose Bowl a couple of years ago. It's just a different atmosphere over there in LA. Both of those stadiums are just, I don't know. To me, that's if I could tell anybody, hey, you're visiting the United States, where should you go for soccer? You should go to Southern California because they do it right there. They're really passionate, and just adding another team there is just going to be great. And then San Diego and LA, that's just some more good rivalry fodder that we're going to have. So happy to see this game being first. Getting to see the traveling crowd. I expect there's going to be some traveling supporters there. And then next week when they get their home opener, I'll be there. So excited to meet the folks in San Diego and see how they get on in the MLS. That's what I got for this week. Next week, stay tuned. I'll be recording another video with my week 2 thoughts. Try to get some video from San Diego so you can see what it's like in Snapdragon. But other than that, man, you guys have a safe week. Be safe. And then we'll see you next week on Pitch and Paddock.